Hello, everyone, and welcome to Furball Fridays. My name is Larkin, and I am a lifelong animal communicator, an intuitive psychic medium, a mindset and metaphysical spiritual transformational coach and specialist. So, here we are today with just animal communications and readings and wisdom from spirit. We call it Furball Fridays. However, this does not exclude your feathered or your scaly friends as well. So these can, today's work, communication, and conversation can be about any non-human animal. We are animals too, believe it or not. Whether you're like that or not, you're either a plant or you're an animal. So, but this is called Furball Fridays because it sounds great. It's fun to say, but, any non-human animals that you want to discuss today are up for grabs. We are going to be doing animal communication and or talking about that. We're also, open to doing animal readings and mediumship. So this is for, both non-human animals that are in this world and those that have departed. Okay. Anyway, I am just letting everybody know while I'm waiting for people to log on that we are actually on. This is broadcasting live on a couple of my YouTube pages as well. So my Larkin Cell and my Larkin Cell Intuitive Psychic Medium channel as well. So if you want me to see who you are, just make sure, if you want me to be able to see your comments, if you're watching me on YouTube, on one of my YouTube channels, which is actually not posted in the banner, there wasn't enough space for that. You'll notice that all you have to do is subscribe to that channel and then I can see you. If you are on Facebook and you want me to see who you are, you'll need to log into Steamyard. I don't have that on this banner, so I actually need to create another banner. But you need to actually log in for free through StreamYard, and then I can see your name and who you are. Now, if for some reason you have a lot of trouble with that, and I will, again, I'll post the StreamYard link next time. I'll get this banner sorted. If for some reason you have trouble with that, please at least put your name if you're not logged in through StreamYard. Otherwise, it just says Facebook user. And I have no idea who you are. If you're watching on YouTube, I won't know. I won't even know that you're watching. Okay. So you'll have to just subscribe to one of my channels there. But so this particular hour is just exclusively for talking about animals. You guys, you can watch this through my Larkin Animal Interpreter page on Facebook, which I have posted here, or like Larkin Psychic Medium page as well. One of the things I try to emphasize is how the mindset work and transformation and manifesting is connected to intuitive work, the psychic medium work, the readings, and then also nature and animal communication. And I find that in our society, most people don't see that connection, but there's a very strong connection there. And your participation and awareness in one of those areas really mingles and affects the other area as well. So that's one of the reasons why you guys will notice that this is on my Powerful Choices Facebook page as well, which is dedicated to coaching, mindset coaching, and manifesting. Okay. So if you guys are watching on the rebroadcast, welcome. Feel free to post your comments as well. I got a hair. So one of my cats on my lap. Please note, if you are a spammer, I actually market and advertise spammers. So you will be shared and you will be marketed, and my colleagues and friends will know that you're a spammer, so that they don't, have to deal with you as well. So if you come to me as a spammer or a troll, you will be advertised. Okay. All right. So what I'm going to do today is what I always do here, and I'm going to light some incense for us. so that we can set the mood and the mode here. It helps our senses to shift a little bit, to become more present and to get out of, just get out of our head, because our senses is one of the ways in which we do that. So whether people are going to be wanting communication readings or just general readings for their non-human animals here in this world, or whether they're going to be wanting to talk about or have mediumship for non-human animals that have crossed over, this is helpful for that regardless, because it helps us sort of shift our mindset and focus on that which is beyond our daily worries, right? The patterns and habits of our mind typically. So if I am home and I'm doing this with all of you, I like to light some incense. It's not absolutely necessary, but it's nice. It's helpful, especially for those of you, if you're just starting to practice this stuff and you're not used to doing this all the time and you want to have your own communications going on. I highly recommend that. Try to put this where you can see it, my little incense holder. We will also light, I have a candle I'm going to light as well for you guys. Let's see here. We'll light a little candle. So we have this going on as well. You guys, any questions you have today in regards to non-human animals, communicating with them, connecting with them, learning from them, animal totems, animal guides, mediumship for pets that have crossed over, understanding, animal totems and what that means for you, animal communication in our physical world. Again, any of this is available to you for the hour that we're on here together today. Okay. And now I have my little candle for the animals as well, all set and lit. And I'm just sharing this to a couple pages so people know. I have a Life Beyond Death and Life group, guys. Unfortunately, hi, Jim. Welcome. I'll be with you in your question in just a second. I want to let you guys know that, that group also has to do with animals and animals that have crossed over. Okay. So if you are wanting to connect with animals that have crossed over, that's a great group for you as well if you're interested in that. Okay. Yay. So animal totems. Let's see here. Let me get this off of here. Let me get this one banner off so I can put up comments here. Welcome, Jim. How are you today? So let's see. What is my animal totem? Awesome. So let me first just kind of share here. Animal totems are really cool because you're very good. You're welcome. So I think it's important, like there's so many different titles thrown around for animals. And I think that often people get confused. You might not. But animal totems tend to be the animals that are symbolizing us and are with us typically for a lifetime. And not always. We can also have animal spirit guides. We also have spirit animals and spirit guides, animal spirit guides, our spirit animals and our spirit totems that come in and out throughout our life when we need them. So when we ask, what are my spirit totems, or animal totems, we also want to look at the fact that you're going to have your lifelong ones, and then you're going to have ones that, oftentimes will come just for one part of your life when you're really needing something, but often they will come and go. You'll have different spirit animals or animal totems that come in and out of your life throughout your lifetime, depending on what you need. Right. So, let's see what you've got going on right now. And then we need to sort out, which is temporary and which is not right now. So, let's see. You have, and all of these guys, some of these, what I will do is I will ask Spirit what that means for you directly as I'm doing the animal reading. But then I would also recommend that you look some of these up because there are literally hundreds of thousands of animals that can pop up for these answers. And I recommend Animal Speak and Animal Wise. You guys, if you've heard me before, you might have heard me mention this before. But I recommend those books because they are perfect for you to look up what these animal meanings are. And you can, as you start to see animals and sense animals in your life, if you hear them, if they start showing up for you, it's good to have these books as a resource. One really tells you what the animals mean. The other one tells you more powerful messages that they bring to you and into your life. I would get that because it's a lot more technically thorough than I'm going to be on here. You got actually a lot of animals flowing in and out of your life right now. As a temporary animal totem currently, you have an egret. So you have a white egret. And this is going to symbolize and require a lot of patience, a lot of balance, a lot of patience, a lot of, it typically is an energy of standing out. So, in other words, being noticed in certain arenas or for certain things, but yet needing to remain still and calm and be patient during those times. It may be times where or things you don't want to be noticed or recognized for necessarily, or perhaps you're being misunderstood. But it's going to be you're going to be seen. Things are going to be obvious and revealed, and they may not necessarily be accurate or something you like and agree with, but it is having the strength and the patience and the courage to remain balanced and remain still and patient. So you have that coming in and out right now, or it's temporarily, like this is an animal totem you have temporarily in there. Um, you also have the fox around you right now. And I believe this is actually one of your lifelong animal totems. This is representative of, I'm taking what they want me to share with you about this in regards to this, the fox energy, what it wants me to share with you. And this is about knowing where to tread lightly, when to be swift and quick, um, being authentic, but yet knowing when to not reveal all. So a lot of people say, well, as sly as a fox, but that has a negative connotation. It's really about discerning. Hi, Melody. Welcome. Thanks for joining us. It's really about knowing and learning, and the fox helps us to do this, knowing and learning when to discern our choices and our actions, the things that we say, who and what we do, and to really know and discern when to keep that private and when sorry and when and what should be revealed. Okay, so this is very important, and it's significant as well. Again, I would get Animal Speak and Animal Wise. Let's see. So you've got the egret, you've got the fox. You also have crow energy. And this is interesting because this is about being a contributing part of a collective and working as a team. And it looks as though this is an animal totem you have currently, that you need currently, not a permanent one that you need right now. And it's about communication. It's about trust. It's about working as a group. And it's also about seasonal transformations. So if you look at the behavior of crows, or if you notice, there might be certain types of the year that maybe they're in your yard or you hear or see them a lot in a particular area. And then they might move. They might move a couple blocks or to a different neighborhood and are a few miles away. You might see them in a different time of the year, another season, doing something entirely different. They worked collectively like this. And, they're very intelligent, very strong communicators. And they're very good at communicating in their large groups, but they're very loyal to one another. So we have this sense of communication, the sense of loyalty, the sense of working as a team, the sense of being on sort of a group timeline, a group clock. So on a schedule with a collective would be the interpretation for you. Okay. So this is actually very powerful, and it's something that seems to be going on for you like this year. I see within a 12-month time frame here. And pay close attention to it, because as the seasons change, that experience is going to shift with you, and that crow energy is going to help you to use that energy to grow and evolve, but it's also going to help teach you how to smoothly integrate in those types of settings. Okay. So anyway, so we have the egret, the fox, and the crow right now. Those are very powerful animal totems that you currently have. The egret, again, I'm just summarizing the egret and the crow being temporary animal totems that you have that you need right now, and the fox being one that is a lifetime animal totem. Okay, Jim, I hope that helps. I'm excited. I love your question. Thank you for joining us today. Melody and Fiona Mitchell, good evening. Yay, fur babies. Awesome. Let's see. Larkin, that was amazing and so helpful in my journey. Thank you so much. You're so welcome. And don't forget, get those books, Animal Speak and Animal Wise. And the reason I say that is because animals don't have to be your totems to be delivering powerful messages. They can just be messengers for that day. And so if you're driving along or you're walking or you go out your front door and you see a particular animal and they do something unusual that captures your attention, or they're consistently present, you can refer to those books and you're going to be like, oh, yeah. I mean, there's hundreds of animals in each of those books. You can refer to that and it will give you daily signs and messages. Okay. Hi, Donna Ray. Welcome. So thank you, Jim, for joining us. Let's see, Melody. How are you? Let's see. May I have a reading for my dog, Brindy? Oh, well, welcome. Let's see. So, your dog, Brindy, is she here in this world then? You said for my dog. So is she present in the world with us? Melody, let me know for sure. I just want to verify that since you used the word for my dog, Brindy. Okay. I just want to make sure. Now, let me just take a few different things that are coming in now so we can sort them out. Okay. I am seeing and guys, now the animals are terrible at piggybacking. They interfere and intercede and interrupt all the time. So please know if I start answering your question and some other random animals come in, we need to place them because they don't care. They just, unlike some of the human souls, they will just, they're like, we're here. But anyway, as soon as you asked me that question, verified, yes, she was here. What I saw was an animal that looks like a dog with a brown and black and white dog. It looks like sort of like a beagle, very low to the ground, or a beagle mix, maybe like a hound or a beagle dog. Does this resonate with you, Melody? If not, does it resonate with anyone else here? Because I want to make sure when you're asking for Brindy, I'm getting who's coming through for them. Brindle, okay. Let's see. Is she low to the ground though? So I'm seeing a dog right now. An image of a dog that's low to the ground. Looks like it feels as though it's a female energy and has long ears, long down ears. Um, 60 pounds. Okay. It doesn't have to be small, just low to the ground. Is she low to the ground? Because if not, this could be somebody coming through for her. I'm just describing what I see, and I want to make sure this isn't somebody else's animal coming in. Um, let's see. I think um the dog that is coming through, the image that I'm getting right now, beautiful ears. Okay. But she's not low. She's probably not low to the ground then, is she? Is she low to the ground, Melody? So I want to sort this out because I see a brindle, but then I also see a dog that is not brindle. It's like brown and black and white, more like um beagle or okay, thank you. So there are two different dogs. So this is a different energy. So I want to make sure that energy is, if it's out of place with you, it's not here. There is like almost like a beagle basset hound type shape dog here, shape and color. So that may be for someone else. I'm going to check in and see if that's just coming through for spirit. Uh, and then Brindy has longer legs, right? The brindle. And there's more of, it looks like more of a, almost like a flea bitten type of texture, not the bigger markings like the beagle would have. Okay. You had a brindle staffy. Awesome. Okay, good. All right, Melody. I just want to make sure because as the animals start coming in, both in this world and from the other side, I want to make sure I'm matching the right animal up. It can be a sorting game. Okay, great. Thank you. That's helpful. Now there's a lot of fun, like loving fairy and angelic energies around her right now. And what's coming through is that her energy is sharing that there's this sense of they don't see it like we do, but having lost what she considered um, a couple of close friends and companions is what I'm sensing. And I'm just going to share with you things I'm seeing. Don't worry, it will come together all in full circle, but I just have to take what they're giving me in the way that she and I can communicate, and the way spirit and I can communicate. Okay. It's not always perfect. Sometimes it takes a little time. But what I'm seeing sunshine. I'm seeing a dog's eye view of like of a fence. It's like a wooden fence. The rails go this way, not this way. And there's a companion she's remembering or knows from another yard. So it might be like a neighbor's yard. Um and there's just a deep sense um, sadness and loss. There's not the mental anguish that we go through as humans of I should have done this, I should have done that, da 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 da. But she's sharing with me that there's this sense of this loss, and she's showing me these memories she has of being excited to go outside and run and look for this other dog. I believe it was a dog. There's also a cat energy coming in, but this was a dog energy in the other yard, and running out and looking and waiting for this other dog, seeing if this other dog was there, peeking through the fence. She's letting me see like her view, like from lower than we would be, and where and how she had to look to see if this dog was there, and the excitement she would feel. And there's a great sadness there and like a disappointment, but there's also a hope every time she goes out. There's always a hope that this dog's going to be around the corner. Let's see. Yes, another dog just passed. Friend. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, so that must be who she's referring to. Let's see. Um, yeah, because she says it was the feeling is a friend, a closeness, considered a pack member. Um, so that's been hard for her lately. That's been tough. Um, she's sharing that you recognize that and you've been kind and supportive. Um, She's not overanalyzing it like we do. So they don't have that anguish. They just have the feeling, right? They have the feeling. They don't understand. So this is hard to explain. They are our conscious intelligence without the ego. So they are as consciously aware as our souls are. Okay. They're every bit as emotionally intelligent and consciously intelligent, if not more, in some ways than humans. What they don't have is that prefrontal cortex. So they have a different level of intellectual comprehension. Okay, that they don't have an opposable thumb, and they don't have our vocal cords or the palate that we have, which makes them unable to speak our language. Those three things put them at a disadvantage when it comes to us understanding and respecting and communicating with them. But as far as psychologically and emotionally and consciously, they're every bit as intelligent, if not more than we are. Okay. Let's see. Here we go. Hold on a minute. Got another troll. I advertise trolls, Michael. So I'm going to advertise you, honey. Going to advertise you with my friends and colleagues. Okay, let me get rid of Michael. And then we'll delete comment, and then we'll get back to your reading. Okay. So, but what she says is that you are, what she says is that, you know, you have been supportive and comforting. And she says, Mom understands this. She says, Mom's been through this, and Mom knows this, and that she's been very comforting and supportive as well. So, but here's the thing I wanted to share with you. Hi, Donna Ray, welcome. What I think is really cute is, and this is what I want you to understand. So on the intellectual, down to earth, sensory plane, right? Brindy is looking for and still anticipating and expecting and hopeful for her friend. On a conscious level, she feels and knows and senses that she's no longer in this world. Okay. And let me just be very clear about that, because when humans pass, when we cross back over, what happens is we take that same sense of egoic awareness with us, and we have this aha moment, or we have to have this realization of being free of the ego again. Okay, we're like, oh my God, this is great, I missed this, or oh, I remember, or oh my God, I feel so free, right? Or oh, I'm home, or we have an adjustment period where we have to have a little help with that. Non-human animals aren't like that at all. They're still them to them. So they can be in this body one moment, and then the next minute they're like, oh yay, this feels good. Boy, I feel a lot better. But they still see it as them. Whereas we actually have an identity shift. Okay, they don't. So the cool thing is Brindy and her friend, she picks up on that. They still have the energetic and the conscious connection. She just misses her in this world. Okay. So please know that. Please keep doing whatever you're doing to support her. She thanks you about that. She thanks you for that. And just, you know, I think what might be helpful to her, if you can do it, is to make some other bonds or some other friends with some other dogs that will help her through that healing process. Okay. I have been able to communicate death one time to maybe more than once, but one time very clearly to one of my animals. And it was a very interesting experience, but it was because of the connection that the dog and I had. That's not something that's easy to communicate to children or non-human animals. Exactly. Hello, sweet tooth girl. Welcome. Thank you. Let me get to, hold on here, guys. I'm going to try to get here in order first here. You had a brindle staffy, Fiona. That's awesome. She's still there and loving you, dear. Let's see here. Donna. Anything from my dog Bo in the present? Welcome, Donna. Okay, let's see here. We'll try to get to everybody. We will be on, guys, until we'll stay on until about 5, and then I'll have to pop off. Probably a quarter of, because I got on at a quarter of today. Okay, let's see here. You're welcome, Melody. So let's see. Anything for my dog Bo in presence? Let's see. So Bo is still in the world, correct? You said for my dog Bo. I just want to make sure, guys, because sometimes people say from and sometimes people say for. And with different animals popping in and out, I have to sort who they belong to. Anyway, I want to make sure I'm getting the right critters. Let's see, Donna. Yes. Okay, awesome. Let's see here. Well, let me see. Maybe the cat energy was for Bo and not for Brendy. Did Bo have a cat friend or a cat sibling? Okay. Oh my gosh, Miriam, welcome. Do you know what I do to trolls? I market you. So I will actually copy your profile and I share it with all my colleagues and my audiences. So we're going to block you though first and delete you. Hold on, let me take care of our second troll here. All right. I love it when I get spammers. Okay. Okay. I have lots of fun with spammers. So, okay, there's like a gray cat here that keeps coming through. So this cat is for somebody, and I've got to figure out who that is. It's like a real light gray cat coming through. Yeah. So, so Donna, I didn't ask if Bo was a cat. I asked if he had a friend that was a cat. A friend or family member that was a cat. So because there's this cat energy that is trying to get through from the other side. And no cat friends. Okay. Melody says Pollock's Brindy's sister. Okay. All right. Well, let's go back to there. The gray cat came through when I was reading for Brindy, so I probably should have stayed on that. So we'll go back to that then. Okay. Oh, we have another troll. All right. Time to market you. Woohoo. All right. Let me block this one. Boy, we're on Troll Central today, aren't we, guys? Let me quick block them before they do another one. No cats, Donna. Okay. So the cat is not for you. We'll go back to Brindy in a minute. I have a feeling that it probably is that. Yeah, beware of scammers, guys. Oh, here's another Emmanuel. Wow, I'm getting lots of these today. It's okay, guys. I'm just going to advertise you anyway. Let's see here. And she'll pop up again, so I'll be able to block her because I haven't blocked her yet. Oh, yeah, she was blocked. Okay. Sorry, guys. It's so distracting when we get these guys in. Yeah, there's lots of scammers. I actually don't usually get this many. The other day I had like last few times I've hit only one. So, don't they have lovely names, Fiona? These trolls have great names. Okay, so we'll get back to Pollock's Melody, but we'll finish Donna's as well. Let's see here. So let me see, Donna. Hold on. So Donna, did you Bo is saying there's something that's been changed recently that he doesn't like. Protesting is the exact word that he would like to protest. It's a change in something in regards to his feeding or treats. I don't think I'm asking him, is it a time thing? I don't think it's a scheduling thing. It looks like it has something to do either with there's something about the food that is different, or the dish or the bowl. Uh yeah, okay. He's saying not treats. It has something to do with feeding in particular. Uh so I don't know. Smaller treats, no. He's saying it's not treats. There's something that he's noticing that you're not aware of. So, um, if you haven't switched foods, they might have they might have switched something that they did in the food. He's saying it's not the same. So, have you his water bowl? Okay. Um, so he's saying that he's been trying to tell you, uh, and there's an expectation that you should know. And he's a little perturbed that you're not noticing what he's trying to tell you, because he said you're very observant and he doesn't have to do much normally. You can read what he wants. But uh he says he's giving you the stare. So, have you been noticing that when you give him water or you go to get water or he wants you to give him water, that he's just staring at you? He says he's been giving you the stare and he's been trying to communicate telepathically. Oh my god. Sorry. I love doing animal readings because the stuff that they say. Oh my god. Okay. He says he's been trying to do the stare and get you to stare at him to communicate through your eyes, because he says humans like that. And since they don't seem to understand us, they seem to do better, or at least they try to stare into our eyes for long periods of time trying to understand what we're trying to say or to tell us something. And so he says he's trying this human technique. Um, he's trying to stare at you and get you to look at him, thinking that since that seems to be the way humans think they can communicate with animals, that if he stares at you long enough, you'll be able to read what he's trying to he's trying to tell you. Okay, hold on. Okay, I have 2 kinds of food I give him. He sits by his water bowl and barks. Okay. Last night he did look at me last night. Okay. Yes, I stare into my dog's eyes. Oh, Angel, Angel. Yes, I stare into my dog's eyes and tell him what I want, and it works. Yes, it does work, but it's not just because you're staring in their eyes. It's working because they understand us way better than we understand them. We don't understand them is the problem. He did look at you last night. Okay. Let's see here. He sits and barks. Okay. Well, he said there's a change there. There's something it frustrates him. First of all, he likes his water super fresh. He doesn't like things in it. And he's like, sometimes there's dust and stuff that gets in it, and he doesn't like the feeling of the gritty stuff on his tongue. And and then he likes his water a particular temperature. I'm thinking it seems as though he's saying cooler to room temperature. And then yeah, there's definitely something about the food, but it seems to be there's something about one of the types of food is different. So I don't know if in feeding him two kinds of food, if you're mixing them, if you're not mixing them. Okay, that is true. Sometimes his food falls into the bowl. Yeah, he hates that. He can't stand that. He doesn't want anything in his. So maybe move the water bowl an inch or two away. I don't think he realizes that sometimes when he eats, if he still has food in his mouth, that when he drinks, obviously dogs backwash some. I don't think he he realizes that he drops food in his water. So he gets frustrated and he sees that as being absolutely your responsibility. And if the water's not clean, there's something in it. That's not his fault. It's not his fault. Okay? He doesn't understand that. But he also says that there's something different in regard to the food. So I don't know if there's 2 types of food, if he gets one in the morning or one in the evening, if he's mixing them, something different about one of the types of foods, he seems to be saying. But he's hopeful. He says he's hopeful that if he just keeps looking you in the eye, since that's how humans communicate and understand animals, that you will get it. Okay. And obviously you did because you're here. You put water in a different place. Yeah. I don't think it needs to be too far. I think he likes the convenience of it there. I think if he's eating and looking around and tossing, it's easy to go in there. But to be quite honest, it looks as though he's going to drop little pieces in his water bowl anyway. So you might just end up being like me, who changes my animals' water, a lot during the day. They go and they sniff it and they give me this disgusted look, and I know that they're going to want fresh water. That's super cute. Let's see. What else? Did you used to take him to the pet store, Bo? I mean, did you used to take Bo to the pet store, Donna? Or do you take him to the pet store? What a picky puppy. Yeah. Well, you know what? If you guys think about it, so are we. We're even more picky. We send our steak back if it's not exactly right. We want a particular sauce on our stuff. I mean, my dad, if you drive through and you get him a sandwich somewhere, he doesn't like mayonnaise or any type of sauces on his stuff. So, we say the animals are picky, but the truth of the matter is they're not any pickier than we are, and they have a right to be. We have more of a tendency to go out of our way for other people. I mean, not me, I don't, but I would much rather go out of my way for a non-human animal, but sometimes, okay. Well, he wants to go. He'd like to go more. He's showing me a pet store, and he's showing me his little view of running in. He likes it for a couple reasons. One, there's always other surprise dogs there. He calls them surprise friends that he can run into. He always likes to look around the aisles and see who else is there. There's a zillion smells, which is super fun. And he wants to go in and like pick a treat or pick a toy. He likes but he also says that sometimes they've moved things around, and he's tried to go back to his favorite places in the pet store where he smells or thinks things are, and they've been moved. And he doesn't like that. But he likes it when he has the freedom to pick things out. Gets his nail trimmed. That's where I get, okay, his special dog. Okay, that's where you get special dog food. Yes, there's usually other dogs that he sees. Oh yeah, there are. He loves that. The problem is that he can't take them home as like permanent friends. Yeah. So, well, he enjoys that. He loves that. He wishes that you do it more. I think he'd spend all day there. But yeah, he really enjoys that, and he enjoys the opportunities to be social. So that's awesome. Wonderful. Your dog is delightful and quite humorous to communicate with, Donna. I absolutely love him. That's so cute. Animals crack me up, guys. When you're communicating with animals, it's so funny. Let's see here. Let's go up and see. Thank you, Donna, for letting me read for you. Let's see. I don't understand what she's asking me. Okay. Hold on, guys. I'm scrolling up here through the messages. Let's see. So, Sweet Tooth Girl, today I'm only doing animal communications. Okay. I'm on several times a week on different lives. You can find me on my Psychic Medium page posted here doing regular readings, but today is exclusively for non-human animals. You always feed street dogs outside your house. They always wait outside all the time for you. I bet they do. Let's see. One of them entered my house one day, and in my room specifically. Oh no, most of them have passed away. Aw. Well, you're going to have lots of critters waiting for you when you transition to the other side, aren't you? That you've helped and supported. Yeah, they know. I mean, if they can make it all the way in, I got one of my very best cats I ever had, Moochie. That's how she became my cat. She used to leave mice outside of our door beheaded mice for me several times a day. She was also hunting for her mom, who was a very shy stray, and helping to take care of her mother's kittens. But she would come and sit and get the heat that came out from underneath the front door. She'd sit on the porch and she'd warm herself there. And she got us to start feeding her. But she would trade the food for mice, which I always had to try to not step on. That was her thank you gift. And she started trying to get in the house. And one day she ran in the house and tore past me and ran around the corner up the stairs. I don't even know how she knew it was there. And by the time I caught up to her, she was laying on our bed with our dogs. So I called right then and there and made a vet appointment, and she became my little kitty. So they choose us, guys. They choose us. Let's see. So Melody Hart, yeah, Pollock's Brindy's sister. Okay. So that's good. If we can place the cat, then that's good. Let's see. Two things. Let's see. Are robins significant? Well, of course robins are significant. Why wouldn't they be? Every creature and tree and plant is significant. So absolutely they're significant. Here in the United States, I'm grateful that we have them because they came from the UK. So they are not actually a native bird. But of course we've had them here for decades and decades now. But absolutely, yeah, they're very significant. And again, some of you guys weren't on when I initially showed this, but if you get Animal Wise or Animal Speak, those books, Animal Speak, Animal Wise is the first one I'd recommend getting. That way, if you have animals show up, like I was telling Jim earlier, if you have animals just show up in your life, you look out the window, you get out the door, and you find that you either see them consistently, you see them all the time, or maybe they're rare and they show up in a very special and unique way. Maybe they come close to you or they sit close to you for a long period of time, or they come and sing to you, something either out of the ordinary or something consistent, or perhaps it's something rare that you see, then that is an animal message. Okay. Robins are usually all over the place, but at least here they are, and we often have them all year, but oftentimes they do something unusual, or robins are really good at sharing the collective energy of a place and sort of determining and setting the tone, and they're space holders. Robins are. So they're actually energetically a very important balancing factor in the system. I love that. I love robins. Let's see. Hold on here. We'll get to you, Angel. Angel, hold on one second. Beautiful messages, Melody. Thank you. Yes, Fiona. Sure. Yes. The way they come to you is exceedingly significant. Okay. And sometimes animals will come in ones or twos or threes. Sometimes they'll come 3 nights in a row. Sometimes they come and they are sitting in an unusual place, or they'll fly right over your car or right over your head. So, and non-human animals and human souls and spirits will use animal messengers in this world to connect with us from the other side as well. Okay. Yes, Melody, cardinals as well. Absolutely. You have so many robins come so close. Oh, that's wonderful. Excellent. Well, let's see. Actually, it looks as though, Fiona, I'm checking in to see, before you got on today, I was talking to Jim about how there are animal spirit guides, animal spirits, animal totems, animal guides, and they have a crossover, but they're separate things in definition. And a lot of times we have animal totems that are lifelong animal totems, and then they're just there for phases of our life that we need them. And then we have our animal messengers, right? So animal spirit messages that come in. The robin looks as though it's one of your lifelong animals, totem animals. So they represent, and again, I'd get animal speak. I did get that book. But they are about new beginnings. They are about helping to create consistency and a balanced life. Remember, robins are space holders, they're frequency holders. They create balance in the system. So that means that would be something that would be teaching you and encouraging you and supporting you to do. Um, and so when they show up to you, it can mean several things. It can mean that they're there to remind you of that and encourage you about that. And they're showing you, they're surrounding you with that energy. It could mean that your energy is very strong for that, or it could also mean that you're in a phase where you need to be doing that, right? Where you need to be reminded of, you need that space held, and that you are also a space holder. At the same time, the robins have this new, they always, even all throughout the year, they have this new, fresh, um, like spring energy, this energy about new beginnings. So there's probably aspects of you that are, if things go bad, you work your way through it. And as quickly as possible, you get back to, okay, well, what's next? How can I make this better? What's a new beginning I can make out of this? Okay. And that is, that would be in alignment with someone that has the robin as an animal totem. Um, and there's a consistency that they have about their habits. They're very balanced. They don't fly too low, they don't fly too high. They're always kind of in the middle, balancing things out. So that's a wonderful, gentle, and beautiful animal totem for you to have. Okay, you have corvid friends as well. Excellent. That's wonderful. They are amazing. They will, as you probably know, it's good to make friends with them, not enemies, because they will remember you. And some of you may or may not be aware, but they did experiments a long time ago that they studied several generations of crows. And what they did was they took a person without a mask, and then they put a mask on, and the person with the mask, we made a very distinct mask. And they had behaviors and did things that were not good, that would cause the crows alarm, and to not like the person. And then the person without the mask came and befriended the crows. And what they found was, this experiment went on for years. They found that over 10 generations later, the crows, not even the crows in that particular corvid family, but like miles and miles away, like in another state, it had been communicated to them that the mask, they recognized the mask was bad news and was danger and was an enemy. And that particular individual, those individuals that were not wearing the mask, that had done good for the crows or good for other animals that the crows had seen, were favored by the crows. So they are exceedingly intelligent, and their communication capacity is phenomenal. Let's see. They brought me sticks and seeds. It was a magpie. Yes, magpies are amazing. Yes, yes, yes. Magpies, raven, crows, all of them. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. And they're very fun to make friends with. Very fun. You have to be careful if you have a yard where you're feeding, like Melody mentioned, cardinals. Absolutely cardinals, yes. If you have like songbirds and things, you may want to make friends with them. Like, I try to keep them in my front yard, and I feed my birds in my backyard. Not that it makes a difference, but you can make friends with the corvids. But then what happens is they can be predatory to some of the songbirds that you love. So you're just best, if you have the opportunity, to maybe not call them into the area where your songbirds and that are, because they can eat the other babies or disarm them with their nests or whatever. But I like to make friends with them like a short distance from where my songbirds are. But yeah, they're absolutely amazing, guys, and they will be loyal and they will help you. I've had clients who she spent a whole year. She made good friends with these crows that she met on her walk, And eventually she made friends with this one and she would dream about them and everything. They'd come to her in her dreams, this one in particular. And they started coming to her deck. And she started putting things out for them that would bring them in and started feeding them. And they would come. And it's cool because they actually started helping her. Like she dropped, I don't remember what it was. It was like a coin. They dropped a coin in their backyard. And there was some little shiny metal piece that she needed. She couldn't find. She had dropped. And she dropped it. And like the next morning, they would have put it like on her windowsill or right in front of her door. So they were actually observing the things that were shiny that they like that were lost, which oftentimes they'll steal, but they knew it was hers and they actually returned it to her, which I think is pretty awesome. Let's see. Yeah, they will predate. Yeah. 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 But you know, as long as you keep each to their own space, I think it works out very well. Absolutely. Okay. Beautiful messages. Yes. Okay. Now hold on here. I wanted to get back to Angel. This is interesting. 'Cause I got about 13 minutes, guys, and then I have to head off to my horses. Can you connect with my dog Shadow? Want to know if anything needs changing for him, please. Okay, let's see here. Angel, is Shadow like a small to medium sized dog? Yes, Fiona, gifts. Is Shadow small to medium size? And are his ears down? And I just want to verify this is the right thing. You're welcome, Fiona. My pleasure. Medium size. Okay. Medium size. Does he have down ears? And is he 7 years or older? Because there's a medium sized black dog I'm connecting with, whose ears are like they're down ears. They're like flipping down 2 years, almost 3. Okay. Well, hold on then. Let me shift through because there's an older black dog here. He is black. Okay, that's not the right black dog though. So let me shift through a little bit. He has hanging ears over his head, poodle type. Okay, yeah, there's the types of ears I'm seeing. This other dog that's coming in is older. He's over 7 years old. So this is not him. So hold on a minute. Is there anybody else while I'm connecting with Angel Shadow? Is there anybody else in here or that you know that anyone in here knows had a black dog over 7 years old, medium size, short hair, ears down? Let's see. You had a short black dog named Slick. This is like a medium sized dog. So by short, I don't know what you mean. This dog is probably I don't know. I'm trying to measure size versus proportion. Maybe about between 20 and 40 pounds. I know that's a huge difference, but maybe 30 and 40 pounds. And medium size. Okay, yeah, medium. Okay, sorry. We're getting back to you, Angel. Hold on. I just want to make sure I'm sorting these animals out because this animal came through. Hi, Diane Materna. Welcome. Ah, Diane, my Cinder was 17. She was black and turned gray. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. Melody and Diane, don't go anywhere. I'm going to finish with Angel. Your friend is a black lab who's 11 years old. Oh dear. Okay. Well, this is definitely an older dog, over 7, starting to get gray. And so who is 11? Okay, so I will have to determine who is in spirit and who is here. So let me finish Angels first, and then we'll get to Melody and Diane. We'll get there so I can sort this over. Okay, so Angel, he has hanging ears over his head, poodle type. Yeah, okay. 2 to 3. It's almost 3. Okay. Um, Angel is Shadow is the only dog. Is that correct? Melody in spirit. Yeah. We'll get back to that, Melody. We'll get back to Slick, okay? Um, so Shadow is the only dog, correct? Yes, the only dog. Okay. Well, you did ask. You said, "Can you connect with my dog Shadow? I want to know if anything needs changing for him." And yeah. So he he would like a playmate, a constant playmate. So that doesn't mean you have to get another dog. Uh, but he's very smart. He's very curious. He feels like it's funny how they say these things. Uh, they're very intelligent when they share these things. He wants to be more intellectually stimulated. Okay. You can't afford another dog. He does doggy play center 2 days a week. Okay, that's fine then. That's fine. That's totally fine. That's great. That's awesome. He loves it. He loves it. Um, so that's fine. He's very intelligent. He likes the intellectual stimulation. I'm asking about his doggy play center. But he really loves that companionship. He shares with me he really likes to bond. He likes the variety of dogs there. And he's like, I want my own. Like I want he always wants to take one of the dogs home with him. And the thing he doesn't quite understand is why he can't just take him home with him. I mean, he knows why. He knows they all go home with their own people. People have explained that to him, evidently, that the other dogs have to go home with their own people. Let's see. He breaks into doggy play center and sometimes refuses to come home. Yeah. So this would be why. He really loves you. He loves the attention that he gets from people, but he really yearns for and loves more than anything being able to connect with the other canines. And the reason really is because he has a very strong intellectual side and need to have his intellectual needs fulfilled. He says that there he can be a leader. He has dogs that he looks up to. He has dogs that he can help. And he says he can really connect and communicate now this is interesting because you often hear humans say things like, yeah, my pets are wonderful company and everything, but you can't have a conversation with them the way that you can humans. Well, no, because they don't have an ego. But yeah, you can. But we know what that means, right? He's basically saying the same thing about the dogs, that he's like, I can't have the in-depth communication or the type of communication that I have with the other dogs at home. He's like, I can only have that there. And so he doesn't want to leave. He says they have things that end up they have little things they start, conversations they start, things he has going on with other dogs there. And every time they have to go home, whatever it is they're working on that day gets interrupted. Come here, Billy. Come here, Billy. Here. Come here, Billy. Come here. Say hi to everybody. Come here. I have it. My Siamese cat is like taking over and not letting my little dog Billy come sit with me. But anyway, so that's what's going on there. So you're doing fine. If he's going twice a week, and you can't afford to get another dog, I know it's expensive. That makes total sense. You might want to think about letting him go a third day a week. Or maybe if you have a friend or something in the neighborhood. I'm not a big fan of some of the dog parks, honestly, but some places now, especially in the UK, I've heard they have ones where you can pay and get the place to yourself for an hour. You could just invite whoever you wanted. But he really is, he's a dog as much as he's a human dog for you. Okay. Thank you. Yes. Billy is amazing. She is a miniature American Eskimo. Let's see. Thank you for that. Let's see. Shadowcast 300 a month. Oh, wow. Oh my goodness. Allergies. Yes. Well, so there are some things you can look into for that. Obviously, his concerns were not the allergies. His concerns were his social life, but he is still like a puppy. But what you might want to look into, and a lot of vets aren't aware of this, you might want to find like a holistic vet or something. But you can find some of what he's allergic to, and 300 pounds a month is a lot. But a lot of times, like dogs and cats can both be allergic to chicken, and chicken meal is found in almost every kibble. And basically, if it says chicken meal, it's basically beak and bones mostly. So you might want to look into finding an alternative diet. It might be a little more expensive, but you might be able to save money in other ways and just try sort of, most treats and foods have chicken in them or chicken meal, even if it says it's something else. You might want to start looking into that, doing your research on allergies and see if that helps. Make sure that if they're giving them any treats at the daycare, that they don't have that. And usually with dietary changes, unless it's something environmental, then you will be able to take care of the allergies. Those build up as they get older. So since he's still very young, you should probably be able to handle that pretty easily. Okay. He likes to eat other dogs' poo. It makes him sick. Yeah. So what that means is that he's missing certain minerals. So either talk to your vet. Again, I've not found vets that have been good about that at all. But there are minerals you can find that you can test out and like put in their food, and things like that. When they're eating other dogs' poop, especially if they're male dogs, it's an indicator that they're missing vitamins and minerals. And most of the dog foods they're overly heated when they're cooked. They lose nutrients. And this is why there's so many more dogs. Some vets say this isn't true, but the research shows that it is. That the level of dogs nowadays live to be between like 7 and 10, whereas they used to be about 17 to 20 years old. And so many dogs die of cancer. Some of the food has rat poison in the grain. And it doesn't have a lot of the vitamins and minerals are baked and washed out of the food when it's turned into kibble. And if it's mostly chicken meal, then they're not getting the nutrients that supports their body and having a healthy defense system. And this is why a lot of them end up getting cancer. So they'll eat poop and grass and other things like that in order to try to compensate for what they're not getting. So whereas you asked me what would be helpful to him in your question for your reading, obviously his concerns are something different. But for you, I would look into that, maybe get involved in some holistic groups online, with some vets present or that have the groups. And then that will help you get some more accurate information and resources. Okay. Yes, wheat and chicken. Yeah. So that's the first thing I would do. Let's see. Yes, it costs a lot to feed high quality. Absolutely. So what I would do is, what you'll find though, is probably it's going to cost you the same or less. If you can find out what the allergen is, you can take him to an allergist. But I would try eliminating the wheat and chicken completely and see what happens. And it's going to be less expensive than alternative medications and things like that you have to have, or buying him anti-itch meds, things like that. Hi, Tracy Hand. Welcome. Hi, Jasmine. So that's what I would do. That would be my recommendation. And it can save you on vet bills and everything else. My mom had to do that with one of her cats, and it actually saved her. Stop. It saved her cortisone shots and allergy shots and everything else. So it actually ended up saving her money. You can also, I find that when people try to do their own food for their dogs and cats, it doesn't always work well. They often miss a lot of vitamins and minerals. So oftentimes it's good to kind of mix it up. But you could try to, I wouldn't get too complicated. I would just stop with eliminating the chicken and wheat for now. Just try it and see if you could find maybe an allergy panel for him. Honey, stop. Find an allergy panel and get him tested. And then in the long run, that's actually going to save you money. Okay. Let's see. Yeah. Well, if the rest of him is healthy and the heart murmur's not too bad, it might be fine. I mean, I've known people and animals that have had heart murmurs for years, some of the people for decades, and they've been perfectly fine. And as long as they keep their heart strong and they have the physical strength in their heart and they're healthy, they're perfectly fine. So that is fine. Yeah, so not just probiotics, but yeah, make sure you get the prebiotics as well as the probiotics. I actually get those from my vet now. But all of that is great, Angel. But oh, he doesn't get wheat or chicken. Okay, good. Hold on a moment, please. Billy, thank you. No bark. I'm doing a live for animals right now. She's a barker. Billy Barker. I call her Billy Barker. Okay, so let's see here. I think you're on a roll there, Angel. I think that should be helpful, and you've got a lot to work on there. I'm glad he doesn't get wheat or chicken. That's great. Let's see. See if there's anything else I missed on this. A lot of animals eat their own poop, Fiona, and honestly, sometimes that's fine. Wild animals will do it to protect their babies and to keep their tracks covered up. But when we have our domestic animals doing that, they're missing something. Sometimes it's a natural habit. Female dogs, I always kind of question because sometimes they'll just do that naturally. That's instinct. But if you have a male dog doing it, typically, you can be pretty sure they're missing something. You're welcome, Angel. Thank you so much. That was awesome. And keep me posted on how he's doing, please. Just like with us, all of these things are a process. And I think you have a very happy little dog there. He's very lucky to have you. All right, let's see. Okay, so Jasmine, I would be happy to answer your work questions if you join me on Monday right here on the Larkin Psychic Medium Spiritual Interpreter page for Angels in Action with Susie Antara. We do readings then. I also do readings on Find Me a Medium on Monday and on Tuesday. I'm online doing live free readings almost every day. Today is dedicated just to non-human animal readings and communication. Okay. So, if you want the regular readings about work, please come back and join me on Monday. Okay. Let's see here. I just want to make sure I didn't miss anything up here, guys, before I move on. Okay. Oh, that's what I wanted to do. Shoot. Okay. So wait, hold on a minute. Okay. So, okay. So Angel also, a friend has a black lab who is 11 years old. Okay. So this dog that was coming in with the down ears and the short hair has a little white on its muzzle. Looks like a black lab. Absolutely. It looks like a black lab. Like it's kind of skinny though. Is this dog sort of skinny? Let's see. It's definitely older. So yeah, 11 would be look about right because there's like white on his face and everything. Yes, Billy always wants to be involved. She's lying there staring at me actually on a chair now. She just likes to bark out the window. We have this old Victorian house that we live in, and the dogs love the windows. They're low, they can look out, and she loves to bark. Okay. So, please, let's see, your friend that has the 11-year-old dog. It looks as though, I don't know why this dog came through. Let's see. This dog looks like it's the only dog in the family as well. I don't know if your friend was wondering how this lab was doing, but I see this dog being present with us here in the world, probably until they're about 13. They're starting to see the aging signs of this dog for sure, but Is it a female? Is this 11-year-old lab a female? Um, it looks as though so she's still wanting to do walks and wanting to do the same thing. So if your friend is interested or curious, she did come through to me and wants to keep doing all the same things, you know, want to be treated the same way, doing everything that, life as it's always been, maybe a little slower, it may be a little harder, but doesn't really want to slow down. It really enjoys life and enjoys all the same things. Just may not be able to do it as long or as hard or as far. Okay. So please make sure that your friend knows that the joy and the enthusiasm is still there. Even if, you know, uh, she's slowing down. And the other thing is, dogs come and go at their own time. Animals, non-human animals, they choose when they come and go. So this lab, your friend's 11-year-old lab. Oh, there's my Siamese. That's the one that's been causing all the trouble here. And you've been seeing me move around. She was jealous of and trying to get Billy to move away. This lab is concerned about our Angel. Angel, are you still there? Because I think this is really important for you to share with your friend, actually. This lab is concerned about being able to spend full time here. Okay. And just want to see if Angel is still there. Hope she is, because this is really important. I mean, this dog came through for a reason. I wouldn't have any reason to have brought this dog through. So this dog was kind of, I don't want to say hijacking, but this lab saw an opportunity to come in and communicate in order to connect with, the humans and to put in their requests and kind of update them on how she is. The request of this dog is that I don't know if they've been talking about her aging in front of them, in front of her, if there's been conversation about if they have to put her down or she's getting older, or keep an eye on, how she's doing, so that here, I'm going to go up and I'm going to highlight this one so you guys can see what we're doing there. Evidently, this dog is witnessing conversations about her aging and what's going on there. What would they do? What should they do? When should they do what? Is this something that they're going to have to, is there going to come time where they're concerned about, are they going to have to put her to sleep? Or, are they just going to, find her one day or whatever? And so I think it's important that they know, number one, at least in what the dog has decided already, because they choose when they come into this world and when they leave, just like we do. Their souls, they do have souls, their souls choose. And she wants to choose. She doesn't want that taken away from her. So she doesn't want somebody putting her down, or, she's still here. She's like, I'm still here. I'm still me. I can still go on walks. I can still eat. I can still go to the bathroom myself. I can still play. I may not want to play or be as, puppy-like as I was, but I'm still here and I'm still me. Treat me the same. That's what she wants. Okay. And doesn't like the conversations that are heard in regards to, are we going to have to put her down? How old is too old? She's still eating and functioning. She hears things like that, and that's sort of distressing. But if you think about it, it would be to us too, right? So if as you get older, people started saying to you, well, what are we going to do with her? When are we going to put her in the home? When are we going to have to take the car away? When are we going to, when are we going to put her down? Think about how that would make you feel, right? And so evidently she's heard conversations and it's uncomfortable for her. She doesn't like that because she's like, I'm right here. If it's something where they're going to have to put her down, if she ends up suffering enough as she gets older that they're going to have to put her down, that's something that animal participates in. If we really connect with them, they let us know when they want help for that. Okay. If they don't want help for that, then some animals will explicitly say, I want to do this on my own. I have a way that I want to transition back out of this world. And they don't want that assistance. Most dogs are okay with that assistance. But I think talking about it, I understand they want to talk and plan, but talking about it prematurely can be disconcerting to the animal. And they're here. They're in the present. Unlike humans, they're always in the present. They're in the now. And they want to be treated like that. Okay. So anyway, she obviously came through without her people being here to communicate this today. So Angel, if you are still there, please let me know if you're still there. Please communicate this to the owner of the black lab. I'm getting a female energy, so maybe that's coming from somewhere else, but that's what it seems like to me. So, but please communicate that with them. Okay. Let's see. Oh, good. Angel, your daughter wants to be a vet and is picky about what their food contains. Yes. It's awesome. I love that. Okay. Let's see. I hope Angel got that. I really did. Tracy Hand, 2 of my dogs have really itchy skin. Anything I can do, please? Yeah. So basically, Tracy, the advice that just came through for Angel is what I would apply to you as well. Check all the ingredients. Get in some groups or websites that are run by veterinarians or vet allergists and find out the top allergens for dogs. Wheat and chicken are the top ones, and corn. Okay. You're here. Yay. Awesome. And I would put them on an elimination diet before spending money on an allergist or whatever, because those are the top allergens are the wheat, corn, and chicken. Soy can also be a problem for some animals. Okay. And it's more expensive, but try to find food without the meal, right? Because the chicken meal is essentially just bones and beak and feathers. And usually those chickens have been fed corn. So a lot of cats and dogs are allergic to chicken, wheat, soy, and corn. And it's usually the first ingredients. Also, reduce the amount of sugar. If you look at treats and food, you'll see within the first top 5 ingredients is usually sugar or some sort of sugar or corn syrup. Why? They don't even have sweet taste buds. It just makes their brain addicted. So we don't want that because the processed sugars cause inflammation. So if they already have allergies, it's going to make it worse. They eat a lot of chicken. Okay. So now my little Jack Russell has allergies. I feed her chicken, like cooked chicken, but not anything with chicken meal or anything in it. It may be that your dog's fine. You could give them like salmon or even turkey instead. Something like that, just to try it and see. But I would eliminate either eliminate everything, or with the dogs, I think it's easier to eliminate one thing at a time to see. And if that doesn't work, then you might have to look at environmental factors. If that doesn't work, then I would seek an allergist because they get allergies just like us. The other thing is a lot of times it's something that you are washing things in. So if you use fabric softener or, maybe make sure you have hypoallergenic scent-free detergent and fabric softener, because a lot of times dogs and cats are allergic to the detergents and fabric softeners we use. Okay. So I would go through those basic things first to see if they're both itchy. it's a good indicator that it's something they're either exposed to or something that you're feeding them. And that's what I think is happening. Okay. Might be a process. Yeah. So I give my guys rice and chicken as well. In the morning, they always get chicken and rice. So maybe try eliminating other things first, or checking on your detergent, and see. Sometimes that's what makes the biggest difference, because they tend to roll, and they could be allergic to, my gosh. I mean, some cats are allergic to mice. Some cats and dogs are allergic to other animals' dander. There's all sorts of things they can be allergic to. Yeah, so they can be allergic to grass, even if they're on anti-flea meds. If they're outside and they're exposed to anything that has fleas, they can be allergic to that. Here's the thing I'd say about over-the-counter antihistamines. And I have used, a half or a quarter of Benadryl often for my animals. We have to be careful about those because they don't actually reduce the allergens. So when you take an antihistamine, I didn't know this until recently. When you take an antihistamine, the allergen is still building up in your body, and that's what's actually doing the damage. And a good allergist will tell you, like for animals or people that need allergy shots, if an allergen builds up in your body and you take just an antihistamine, all the antihistamine does is it reduces the symptoms of the allergen, but it does not reduce the histamines in your body that are causing the allergic reaction. Those histamines still continue to actually cause disease as life goes on. So they can cause, sleep disorders, sleep apnea. They can cause, in people, especially, they can cause strokes and things like that. They can actually lead to strokes and organ damage. So they can cause disease. So just be careful. Part of a Benadryl once in a while or whatever, that's great. But if the allergies get really serious, I would definitely have them treated by a vet, not just with like an antihistamine shot or an anti-itch shot, but actually you want to actually find out what the allergen is, because the antihistamines, like people take Sudafed and things like that, it reduces those symptoms. But what you don't see is what's actually going on inside of their body or our body. It's not actually a solution. Okay. Yeah. It's very interesting. And I had to find a particular, human allergen and vet to tell me that, a holistic vet. The regular veterinarians did not tell me that. And I have cats, dogs, horses. I used to work with the veterinarians at the Cincinnati Zoo. Like, I've worked with vets my whole life, and it took me, until recently before I even found this out. So most doctors even won't tell you that. They'll say, "Oh, just go take a Mucinex and a Benadryl." But you can actually order. I don't know about for animals. I know for people, you can actually order. You can order natural antihistamines that actually reduce the histamines in your body instead of reducing the symptoms, which are the over-the-counter stuff. All right, I'm going to take about 5 minutes, guys, and then I have to get off because I meant to get off at 5. I have to go to my horses. Diane Materna, are you still here? Let's scroll up to Diane's. Hold on, Diane. I'm looking for you. I don't know if you're still here or not. Here we go. Your cinder was 17, was black and turned gray. I know she's come in for us before. Let's see. Oh my goodness, we have another troll. Yay, I'm going to save your profile and share it with my colleagues. Let me do this first. All right, here. There we go. Wow, this is like troll heaven today. Troll heaven. All right, there we go. Another blocked user. They post so fast. Psychic J. Wow, guys, be very careful of this, because they start chats with you and then they ask you for money. They get you messaging and they give you a half-ass reading, and then they ask you for money. So be very, very careful about that. Okay. Yes, very interesting. Yay, Diane, welcome. Okay, your cinder was 17 and turned gray. So I know that first original message, Diane, was for Angel's friend, and I don't know where Angel went. I certainly hope she comes back and listens to this because that dog really wanted to get through to her owners. But and that dog was, when it came through to me, was from in this world, was present, not from the other side. So let's see. Let's see, Cinder 17 as she turned gray. Yeah. So Cinder wasn't very big either, was she? Sort of a small medium. Let's see. Was she the one? Did she have like medium hair, Diane? Did she have cataracts, and was she going like a little gray and white? Did she have was getting some gray and white on her? 8 pounds, yeah, okay. But she didn't have short legs though, right? Proportionally. See, I just want to make sure I've got the right little critter coming through here. So what she's showing me is the younger version of herself that she is now on the other side. But she first came in and showed me the older version as you remembered her. And now back in her spirit body, she's shiny, pure black. The white and gray is gone. The little places where her fur was a little thin and her fur was kind of getting a little funny, that's all back to normal. Absolutely beautiful. She's got a beautiful coat of her original fur back. Shih Tzu Yorkers, yep. Okay, that explains the fur. So she's on the other side, getting plenty of attention. She's over there with your parents and with Steve, and I believe it looks like a sister. Did you have a sister pass, Diane? She's getting lots of attention from your loved ones that were here in this world. Some of them knew her. And yeah, she's very happy. She looks at Coco and she knows that Coco is a very lucky dog. And she says, she trained you. She trained you to be the amazing mom you are for Coco now, which is super cute because we know you were a great dog mom anyway. But, honey, you can't. I'm still on alive. No barking. No barking. No. Sorry, I'm probably gonna have to pull her off the window. So let's see. Yeah, so Diane, so she's definitely there, and you know, she is taking credit for you being an amazing dog mom for Coco, and says Coco is very lucky. Okay. Let's see, guys. She loves Steve. Well, she's with him. She pretty much like follows him around constantly, but she's showing me she likes to bounce around between the people and get all sorts of their attention. So thank you for tonight, Larkin. Give the horses an extra nose boop. Oh, I will, no doubt. They will nose boop me. Thank you, Fiona. Yeah, she's definitely with him, and she's just getting lots and lots of attention from all of them. That's wonderful. I do need to get off, guys. Samantha Noble, you're welcome, Diane. Samantha Noble, do you have questions about an animal? Is it an animal reading that you're wanting? So I welcome you. We're only doing animal readings today. So if there's a question you have in regards to an animal reading or animal communication, we can do that. Otherwise, I'm back on here with Angels in Action at 12 p.m. EDT, 4 p.m. BST on Monday. On Tuesdays, I'm on Find Me a Medium at 4 p.m. EDT, which is 9 p.m. BST. Also on Mondays, 4 p.m. EDT, 5 p.m. BST, I'm doing live readings for Find Me a Medium. Now, I do want to give you guys a couple of announcements. Fridays from now on is going to be Furball Fridays. So we will be having Furball readings. So yes, Samantha, I will get your reading then. I will be right with you. I just want to let you guys know I have this stuff coming up. There's going to be my monthly, one time a month. I take 20 people only for a small live on group live reading. You have to pre-register for that. You can pre-register at larkinsreadings.com or on my Facebook website. Everybody is guaranteed a reading, and instead of being, $75 or $150 for a private reading, it's only $30 US dollars. So if you want a semi-private online live reading, it's going to be May 12th in honor of Mother's Day. That's our free Angel Party online reading. If you want to meet your spirit guides, that is limited to 10 people, and that is going to be May 5th. It's 40 American dollars. It's 2 hours, and you will meet at least one of your spirit guides and learn how to start connecting and communicating with them before you leave that event. Okay. And that you can also find on my Facebook page or at larkinsreadings.com. Those are both very limited spaces, and you have to register for that. Okay. Also, guys, if you want to help me get to 1,000 followers on the Psychic Medium page, all you have to do is invite 5 people to follow and or like the page. Just make sure you private message me who it is you invited so I can give you credit for that. And then I'm going to put you in a drawing that I think I said May 25th. I'm going to draw one winner for a free 20-minute reading. Okay, so if you want to help me grow that page. And then obviously down here, I have the Larkin Animal Communicator page. You guys can join that. There is a group I have posted on both pages. It's called Life Before. Basically, it's like Life Before and After Death. I don't even know the name of my group. But what you'll want to do is that includes animal mediumship and animal reading. So if you have animals that have passed and you want that, you can request to join that group. But please make sure you answer all the questions, because I have people invite people and they don't answer the questions. And because of all the spammers and the the bots, I can't approve people unless they answer the questions. Okay. It's just too easy to get people that aren't real. Let's see. Samantha, I had a dog over 20 years ago. We don't know what happened to her. She was my all-time favorite. Okay. Is this the one that was let's see. Is this the one that was she about 10 when she disappeared? Her name was Bonnie. Your childhood's dog name was Bonnie. Okay. Was this the one that was about 10? Because I'm getting like 9 or 10 here. And was this the one that was, I'm not sure how old she was. I was very young. I always had a strong connection with her. Okay. Was she like a golden color? Because I'm seeing a golden retriever energy around you. Did you have a golden retriever in your life? I want to make sure we've got the right soul here and the right dog. So there's a golden retriever energy here. And then let's see. What happened to her? So I'm seeing like a lot. Did you have a big yard or something? Did she just run out of the yard and disappear? Let me know if this is her. Because what I'm seeing is it might be because you're small. So, okay, she was a mutt. Brown and black. Okay. We have a lot of animals, so it could be another one. Okay, well, there's one here that looks like color-wise and fur-wise, looks like a golden retriever, but is a little bit smaller. And what I'm seeing is that, I'm seeing like a yard and like streets and things like that, and it looks as though, um, she ran around a lot, which is always a very dangerous thing if they're not actually kept safe in a yard. Let's see, we lived in small towns, dogs got run out of the town. Well, okay, so that's probably part of the problem. Um, that's not always safe, when they run around. Let's see, brown and black. But she was like a medium size, right? Like a mutt. Yeah, I see the mutt energy, but I want to make sure this is her. Brown and black. Okay, because the one that was coming in was lighter than that. Oh, hold on. Minnie. Billy. Billy, no. I know. I'm very sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. Come on. I know you're mad. She's very protective. There was a dog that walked by that she didn't like. She's just mad. I picked her up. She wants to bark. She's not really mean. She just wants to bark at the other dog. I'm gonna hold her till the other dog barks. No, that's okay. You're fine, Sam. Samantha, you didn't miss anything other than me getting my dog because she was barking. Billy's very protective, and there was a gentleman walking his black dog down the road, and she didn't like that. So let's see here. Hold on a minute. So what Bonnie says now is, because she was showing me her running around, what she's saying is that it's actually, what's the best way to say this? She is, obviously, with the amount of time, she's on the other side now. And she's happy and she's fine and she's healthy and she's present with you. And she's going to wait for you. She's going to be there greeting you when you come over to the other side. And she says, you know what? I had the best, most fantastic, fun life. All she wants to say about her disappearance and her passing is that she was running around down the street 1 minute, sniffing and being curious. And the next thing she knew, she was out of her body. She felt really light. She was back in her true form. And I think that, these types of questions and communications are always hard, Samantha, because it's very hard to not ever know what happened to our animals. But it's comforting and reassuring to know that they are okay where they are and that they're okay now. And what she wants to share with you is what her experience was. She did not suffer and wait and need, she wasn't laying there somewhere suffering. My guess from what she shared is she probably got hit by a car. She's not saying that. My guess is she probably got hit by a car or something. Because she's just showing me she was there 1 minute sniffing along, and the next thing you know, pop, she was free. Free of her body. But again, to them, like I mentioned earlier, they don't have to disconnect from the egoic identity. They're there, and then they're here. And so now she's here in heaven. Okay. So I think her way of not drudging back up the past and taking you through a long, anguishing story is to share with you. And I'm glad she did this. From my perspective, I appreciate that as well, because I don't like having to recap on tragedies that happened to animals, to their people. it's very painful. It's painful to me as well. And so I actually appreciate Bonnie doing this because what she's sharing with you is all that really matters. She was there. She says she didn't suffer. She was there, and then boop, she was out of her body. And she's like, oh, I don't really, I don't know. It doesn't really matter what happened. I'm back in spirit. And I think even more reassuring than that is to understand that they choose when they leave this world. So if that is how she departed, then her soul chose to leave your yard, wander down the street, and depart this world at that exact moment. They do choose, as hard as that is to believe, we do all choose. We can change that once we're here, but we decide before we even come when and how we're going to depart. Okay. Let's see. That actually might be my mom's dog. Oh, okay. Her name was Little Girl. She was older, small, but golden. Yes, yes. She disappeared, but believed that Bonnie was stolen. Okay. Well, what Bonnie's telling me is she was there and then she was gone. Yes, the golden one is like a golden retriever color, but smaller, and older. So that probably is there for she probably is there for your mom. And, she popped in first. So if you could please let your mom know that this came through. And then as far as Bonnie goes, I believe it was more likely that she could have been stolen, but from what Bonnie describes, I believe she was just hit by a car, and then they probably just removed her body, which is why you guys didn't find her. But that's what Bonnie is showing me. She was there, and then poof, she wasn't. That's what I'm receiving. Let's see. I did have a little girl in my childhood too, though. We got Bonnie shortly after. Wonderful. That's cool. I hope that helps. Thank you so much. This is really healing. You're welcome. I think thank Bonnie, because Bonnie can still hear you and talk to you. So can your mom's dog. That little golden mutt really popped in, and they're there together on the other side. I think the most important thing is that Bonnie wanted you to know she didn't suffer, and that she's not suffering now. She's happy and joyful and back in her soul body. And you will see them both again. Okay. You guys will see them both again. And they are present with you. They know you love them. And she knows how much you love them because you've still been wondering about her and loving her. And she loves you too. Okay. So thank you, Bonnie, for making that as painless as possible. All right, guys. So I am 40 minutes late leaving for my horses. So I am going to go do that now. I want to thank you all for tuning in. Don't forget, I've got the Angel Party readings coming up and the Meet Your Spirit Guides event if you guys are interested in that. And I will be back here next Friday for more animal readings. It'll be 3 or 4 p.m. my time. And thank you all for your wonderful questions. Keep loving your animals. Mwah. And I'll see you all next week. And don't forget, Mondays is Angels in Action at 12 p.m. EDT. Bye, everybody.